dishes are sometimes the most complicated and the most time consuming, maybe make your own single signature side dish and let St. Clair's do the rest. There's been such a popular request from St. Clair's, it's been on QVC for many years, to go from their regular size, which we've known and loved for a really long time, the 2-pound, and then bumping it up to the 4-pounder. Right. This is the first year we're really doing what we're calling the family size, which is the 4-pounder. So what you get to choose is, in your 4 pounds, we've got our 3 most popular side dishes from St. Clair's. You will be getting the 4-cheese mac and cheese that is Lauren Edmonds' very own recipe.
Yes.
How are you?
Good.
Happy
How are
holidays.
you?
Very well.
Good.
So you will be getting the mac and cheese, 4-cheese, no matter what. And then you get to choose the other 4-pound signature side dish to go along with it. These are their other 2 most popular side dishes. We have the cornbread dressing, which is like a stuffing but way moister than regular stuffing would be. And then we also have the sweet potato. This is the Dutch crust sweet potato casserole. My son waits all year for this, and it is a vegetable. So if you have someone who says, I don't know about sweet potato, this one is actually almost more like a dessert. It's amazing. And the whole assortment's been so popular, it's sold out the last 2 days. We've had it on the air.
Right.
We just brought it back, and at the moment, we don't know if we can do any more airings on this, because right now it is not planned on the schedule after today. But Lauren, your family, you're second generation in a family that has been making the most amazing side dishes for Southern restaurants all across the country.
That's right. We've been in business for almost 40 years now, 40 years next year. We're a family-owned company. I'm second generation, and we've been making side dishes for restaurants for that long, and I love that we can bring this straight to your home now just because of QVC.
And you know what? These are those giant 4-pound sizes because you said, I just want more of my favorites, the ones that I love. So since this is your signature recipe, what makes this pretty much the best mac and cheese on the planet?
So this is the creme de la creme of mac and cheese. It's got 4 different cheeses. It's got sharp cheddar, Asiago, mozzarella, Monterey Jack, and then you see that beautiful brown crust on top. We put more cheese that browns beautifully in your oven. Oh, it's just, that's the best part right there. And it is all real cream and butter and these wonderful size macaroni noodles. It's the kind of mac and cheese that you get in one of those upscale restaurants that have gone back to the basics, you know, those gourmet mac and cheese. It's just to die for. It's so good.
The kind of restaurant where it's a la carte as an extra on the side, and you're spending a ton of money on that beautiful recipe because you know what? This is full-bodied, it's creamy. If you love the crust, get the cheese crust on top. If you got kids that are weird about that, you put it on your plate.
There you go.
And you scoop underneath just for them. But the macaroni is big, it's hearty, it's not the kid stuff, it's not tiny, it's beautiful. So you will be getting that mac and cheese with those 4 cheeses, and it did sell out both days it was presented. Oh, need to let you know just before we get to the Dutch crust sweet potato casserole, this ships now. We don't have another ship date for this like we do with some of our foods in the show. This ships immediately. You'll be fine. It'll stay great for, is it a year or is it?
A year.
A year.
Yes.
So obviously you're going to be fine until Christmas. I would do those 3 easy pays because we rarely get 3 easy pays on this. What makes, well, first of all, what is Dutch crust? What is that?
So Dutch crust is brown sugar, pecans, and walnuts on top. It gets beautifully caramelized in your oven, and there's smashed sweet potatoes, and it's buttery and creamy, and this is my grandmother's recipe.
Yay, Grandma.
However, my grandmother Ruth, we don't make her cook it anymore. We actually had St. Clair sweet potatoes for our Thanksgiving too, and everybody loved them. We finished the whole thing, of course. And this is, we have converted a lot of sweet potato naysayers to sweet potato lovers.
Sweet potato lovers.
Yes.
Because the sweet potatoes themselves are practically whipped and fluffy, but you do get little delicate tender chunks that are in there. And then that
So
Dutch
good.
crust on top is nutty and sweet and caramelized and fantastic. I have known people to take that Dutch crust sweet potato casserole and actually serve it as a dessert with vanilla ice cream.
Right.
So you can do that if you want to. A 4-pound tray of that. However, if you're saying, I'm not sure about that, I think I kind of want to go for the cornbread dressing. If you do, don't forget, no matter which choice, if you're going for the sweet potato casserole or the cornbread dressing, you will be getting the mac and cheese with it. So your choice is between whether you kind of want a sweet or a savory side dish.
Right.
How is cornbread dressing different than traditional stuffing?
So cornbread dressing is the southern way of stuffing. It is cornbread and chunks of onions and celery and lots of sage and buttermilk. The buttermilk keeps it really moist And then you've got all those delicious spices in there, along with chicken broth, and you see how moist. It's not falling apart. It's in little clumps like right here because it is just so moist.
And you know what? We have fewer than 300 remaining if you want to go for
wow.
the choice that is the cornbread dressing. If that's what you want for your Christmas table and your holiday to go alongside your Smithfield ham we had earlier in the show,
Perfect.
or if you're doing the prime rib, or if you like to serve turkey. My parents actually love to do turkey for both Thanksgiving and for
definitely,
Christmas.
absolutely.
Perfect side dish to go along with that without any of the difficulty or the prep. Because we're going to talk about how to prep it in a second, but I do need to let you know we do have this on auto delivery, and the reason that's important is you get your first shipment now, and then just on time for that other big holiday that you might have a lot of people stopping over just before Easter in March, you'll get your second shipment. And once you're in, you have the ability to switch. No matter which one you're getting that mac and cheese, but if you want to do the sweet potato casserole now and the cornbread dressing later, you can switch it when you're in auto delivery.
That's awesome.
But your 3 easy payments are already locked in, so you can keep that going into next year. So with this, how do we prepare it if someone's never done this before?
So these come frozen in an aluminum tray, and all you do is preheat your oven to 375, and it takes about an hour from frozen. You can do it from frozen, you can thaw it out, it just takes a little bit less time, and you can cook them all at once. You can put them in your own dish, like I've done here, about a 7 by 11 tray.
They're amazing.
Or pan is perfect.
So you know what? If you've got some temptations at home and you want to pretend that this is yours, Lauren, have you given us permission to pretend that it's ours?
I give you full permission.
Okay, so she's given all of us full permission to say, I worked so hard on this, and then have everybody say, wow, you're this most amazing chef. If you've got your temptations and it doesn't fit exactly, you know what I have done? I have actually thawed it out a little bit, peeled the tray off the outside, and actually sort of broken it into big frozen sections,
Right.
and I sort of stuff it in the container of my choice, because when you put it in the oven and you start to bake it, it all just sort of melts together and comes together anyway, so it's still going to be wonderful for serving.
Right, exactly. It's so easy. We've done all the work for you. Think about all the ingredients you'd have to buy to do all 3 of these casseroles yourself. You've got to buy the sweet potatoes, the sugar, the nuts, the cheese, the macaroni, and all the work that we've done for you too. It just saves you so much time and lets you spend time with your family, which is the most important thing in the holidays.
And these are the family sizes. So you know what? Do you have the small one again?
I
You know what?
do.
Let me grab it. And you know what? It's not fair. I shouldn't say it's small. It just looks small in comparison to this one,
Right.
but this is the original
It's
size.
double.
2 pounds that we've known and loved for a very, very long time. You said, give us more of what we love. So Lauren said, okay, here's the family size 4-pounder in one tray. So you get the 2 side dishes, mac and cheese and Dutch crust sweet potato casserole, or mac and cheese and the cornbread dressing. So whichever one you want to go for, you get to bake up in your oven from frozen with no extra work, and it sold out the last 2 times it was on the air. At the moment, no plans to re-air it.
That's right.
Don't know if we will or not, so I would just get on the line if you want that size. Thank you, my dear.